did as your celebration?
I think it's called the Memphis Juke. It's like Glorilla's dance, but I think Duke Deuce started it. It's one of those. It's with TikTok dance. So
Is that something you came up with in the moment, or did you know for weeks and weeks and weeks? I get the info the first time I'm pulling this out.
Yeah, no, not weeks, but the night before, definitely. Our coaches always say have a plan. So like have a plan, in the play, like what you're gonna do before the play, and then have a plan for if you score. You want to be prepared for what you're gonna do. So I had a plan.
You have a premonition Saturday night that it was going to be your time to get your first career touchdown?
Nah, I mean, I didn't.
Did you have a plan for that dance you did in the end zone?
Hey, like I just said, man, night before I was in the mirror in the hotel room, trying to get right. But it was just I didn't have some sixth sense where I was gonna score. But the night before, you always try to visualize yourself making plays. So I was definitely doing that.
Samori Aaron was telling us yesterday about the nickname that he gave you during training camp that you might not have liked. Before we get to the good part, how did Captain Casual come about?
It just came up like, they felt like I wasn't giving, the effort or the finish that I should, and I agree with that. We're supposed to burst for 15, every time we catch the ball, and there's a few times I didn't do that. And, the floor would always say, you look real casual out there. You're never going to be, able to reach your potential, if you don't really just finish it and stop being casual, be more intentional with everything. So that's kind of how that nickname came about.
When did it turn from a serious nickname to a joke? Aaron
I mean, just once the nickname came up, like you said, I don't really like that because, who would? You don't want to be known as that guy who's, casual. So, I guess, my practice habits just started to gradually get better. So.
Do you remember what you kind of felt in the moment when you first heard him say that?
No, I wasn't like mad, but I was just like, dang, like that's not what you want to be known for. Like I said, you don't want, one of the greatest quarterbacks thinking you're casual. So I'm like, all right, if that's what they think of me, I gotta change something.
Did you feel pressure coming in with that you kind of took the last roster spot? Rodgers may have preferred Winfrey. Kind of made it seem like that a little bit. Did you feel that like a little extra pressure you had to go, prove him wrong that I deserve that last spot on this team?
Nah, I felt like I showed I deserved that spot by me getting that spot. You know what I mean? I wasn't there by accident or just because I was a draft pick. I earned that spot, so I was always comfortable with, feeling like I should be here.
You're pretty laid back as it is, though. Did you realize? Was there a time where you realized, like, okay, this is the NFL. I have to step up the intensity?
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it too. Just because I'm so laid back off the field as well, and I can be at times on the field because, I'm not trying to be, super laid back, but I want to be even. You know what I mean? Never get too up, never get too down. But I kind of let my laid back personality kind of carry over to the field, and that's something that you need to be separate. That's one thing I learned. Once I step on that field, I can't be laid back anymore. I can still be, calm, cool, and collected, but I got to be, intentional with everything.
At what point was there a practice where that clicked for you and you realized, okay, this is what I need to do? You've kind of taken off from there. When was that point?
It was probably. I think 12 said something about it, but just when he pulled me aside after a practice and was just like, basically saying you can be really good, but you just gotta, like we just talked about, finish everything, be intentional with everything. And he said, I think you should be suiting up by mid-season. So I guess that was kind of like a moment where I was like, okay, I need to step it up.
When was that? Do you remember?
No, I don't. It was.
The conversation?
Yeah, it was probably around like maybe week 2, week 3. I'm not sure.
It's one thing to do it during practice, but then to translate it onto the field on Sunday. Just what does that do for your confidence?
It's everything. But like you said, practice is really where you build all the confidence, preparation. Just so once you get on the field, it's kind of like you're going through the motions. You've already seen the look. You've already been through it. So it's kind of just like muscle memory at that point. So that confidence definitely builds in practice, but carries over to the game too.
Were those 6 healthy scratches a little bit frustrating early in the year when there was injuries and they still you weren't getting your opportunities?
Well, yeah, of course. That's the whole reason why I'm here. I want to be on the field. I want to help the team. I want to make plays. So yeah, that's gonna be frustrating for anybody. But you know, it was just about how you kind of deal with it and, you know, work towards that next step, prepare like you're going to play, and just wait for your opportunity.
Samori, how did you approach all the talk about this team needing to make a move at the trade deadline and keeping your head down with that going on? What were your thoughts on that and your thoughts on the fact that they didn't do anything?
I mean, it just shows that they have confidence that we can win with the guys we have right now. You know, all the outside noise, you know, we don't really pay too much attention to. You know, I was hearing that was a big talk, like what are the Packers going to do? But I mean, that just shows that, you know, we believe we can win with the guys that we have right now.
The other way to maybe approach that is to let that fuel you and kind of soak that up as fuel and energy. Do you ignore that outside talk, or do you oh, they're saying this, let me prove wrong?
Yeah, no, I definitely, I'm not gonna say I ignore it because I see it. And maybe that's like a small thing in my head, like, okay, they think we need somebody, they think we're not good enough. But I'm not thinking about that every day I step on the field, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something like, okay, like, you peep it, like, that's interesting, and then just go on about your day. Like, we don't read too much into all that.
If you could pick your own nickname, what would it be now?
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to think about that one. But yeah, definitely not Captain Casual for sure.
Sergeant Serious.
Yeah. I don't know about that one either because I'm serious sometimes, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one.